was that thing, Blake?
It sounded like an animal. But I swear to God, it was standing on 2 feet.
Get ready, because this one's got chills, thrills, and a whole lot of mystery. The new Wolfman official teaser for 2025, starring Christopher Abbott and Matilda Firth, has been dropped. Today, we're talking werewolves, folklore, and everything Wolfman. Let's jump right in. First things first, let's talk about the teaser itself. Right off the bat, the tone is dark, atmospheric, and haunting. The teaser opens with a slow pan through a misty forest at twilight, the trees silhouetted against a blood-red moon. A low growl echoes through the silence, and then bam! We get our first glimpse of Christopher Abbott as the titular Wolfman. Abbott looks intense, rugged, and deeply tormented. This isn't just another monster movie. This feels like a deep dive into the psyche of a man wrestling with his humanity. And then there's Matilda Firth. She's introduced briefly, looking terrified but determined, holding what seems to be an ancient artifact. Who is she? A victim? An ally? A hunter? The teaser raises so many questions. Did you catch the detail in the teaser where the artifact glows in her hand? What do you think it could be? A talisman to control the beast, or something more sinister? Let's talk about the buzz online, because fans are already losing it. Within hours of the teaser's release, Twitter and Reddit exploded with excitement. Many are praising Christopher Abbott's brooding performance and the teaser's haunting visuals, calling it a modern masterpiece in the making. But as always, there are some skeptics. A few fans were questioning if this reboot can capture the essence of classic werewolf films, or if it's just another CGI-heavy monster flick. And that leads me to our next question for you. What makes a werewolf movie great for you? Practical effects, a strong story, or bone-chilling horror? Let us know your must-haves for the perfect Wolfman movie. Now let's dive into the powerhouse cast and crew behind this film. Christopher Abbott leads the charge as the Wolfman himself. Known for his intense performances in indie dramas like James White and thrillers like Possessors, Abbott brings a level of depth and complexity that makes him the perfect choice for this tormented role. And then we have Matilda Firth, a rising star who's been wowing audiences with her performances in critically acclaimed projects like The Last Candle. Her role in Wolfman appears to be pivotal. Perhaps she's the key to understanding or even defeating the beast. Behind the camera, we have director Jonathan Evers, who's no stranger to the horror genre. With films like Midnight Harvest under his belt, Evers has a knack for blending psychological tension with outright terror. The screenplay, penned by Caroline Whitaker, promises to explore themes of identity, fear, and survival in ways we haven't seen before. Now let's talk plot. What can we expect from Wolfman? While the teaser doesn't give away too much, here's what we know so far. The story centers on a small, isolated village plagued by gruesome attacks. Abbott's character, a man with a mysterious past, arrives in town only to discover he might be the source of the terror. Meanwhile, Matilda Firth's character seems to play a dual role, both as a potential savior and someone with her dark secrets. The teaser hints at ancient folklore, a cursed lineage, and the idea of the wolf as a metaphor for primal fear and loss of control. This feels less like a simple horror flick and more like a deep layered story about humanity and monstrosity. And the big question remains, can Abbott's character control the beast within, or will it consume him entirely? Now here's where things get even more interesting. Wolfman 2025 isn't just a standalone movie. It's the latest installment in a long legacy of werewolf films. Werewolves have been a staple of Hollywood cinema for decades, offering filmmakers a fascinating mix of horror, fantasy, and human drama. These shape-shifting creatures, driven by the pull of the moon and the primal instincts within, have captivated audiences with their complex mythology and visceral storytelling. One of the earliest and most influential werewolf films in Hollywood, The Wolfman, starred Lon Chaney Jr. as Larry Talbot, a man cursed to transform into a wolf during a full moon. Directed by George Wagner, the film established many of the tropes associated with werewolf lore, including silver bullets and the transformative power of the moon. Its atmospheric setting and tragic narrative paved the way for future werewolf movies. Since then, we've seen countless adaptations, from 2010's The Wolfman starring Benicio del Toro to modern cult favorite like An American Werewolf in London. But what sets this new version apart is its modern psychological take on the story. It feels less about the monster and more about the man. John Landis's groundbreaking horror comedy is considered a masterpiece in the genre. It tells the story of two American tourists attacked by a werewolf while backpacking in London. Featuring innovative special effects by Rick Baker, particularly the bone-crunching transformation scene, the film won the inaugural Academy Award for Best Makeup. Its blend of dark humor and visceral horror has made it a cult classic. The werewolf movies in Hollywood are endless. Although the Twilight series is primarily known as a vampire romance, werewolves play a significant role, particularly through the character of Jacob Black, played by Taylor Lautner. These werewolves are tied to the Native American mythology and serve as protectors of their community, offering a different perspective on the werewolf trope. Again, the MTV series Teen Wolf 2017 expanded on the premise of the 1985 film, blending teen drama with supernatural horror. With a loyal fan base, it showcased werewolves as complex, multifaceted characters. So guys, why do werewolves survive in Hollywood? Werewolves resonate because they embody universal themes of transformation, duality, and the conflict between civilization and primal instincts. Unlike vampires, who often symbolize sophistication, werewolves represent raw emotion and untamed nature, making them relatable and compelling. From the gothic classics to modern blockbusters and indie gems, werewolves remain a powerful symbol in Hollywood cinema, continuing to evolve with the times. Whether you're drawn to their tragic curse or their raw power, there's a werewolf film for everyone. Here's one for you. What's your favorite werewolf movie of all time? Are you a fan of the classics, or do you prefer the newer takes? Let's get to the big question on everyone's mind. Wolfman 2025 is slated for a theatrical release on January 17th, 2025. Perfect timing, right? I mean, what's better than a spine-chilling werewolf story to kick off 2025? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more breakdowns, reviews, and everything you need to stay in the loop on upcoming movies.